What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo. Today we're gonna do some testing on Kula with the new card set and her original set that came in her banner to see which one is actually stronger on this character, because an interesting thing about Kula is that she does have chill, and both of these sets increase your attack based on chill. Now the new set increases, all female fighters attack by 30% and critical damage by 50% and critical rate by 5%, right? And she is a female fighter, so she will benefit from this. But you also get the critical damage that goes up to 120%, and you get the increased attack by 35% when landing a skill on a chilled enemy up to 140%. So it's literally 170% of attack, and you're going to get 120% critical damage, and you're going to get a little bit of critical rate, right? 5% critical rate. Whereas the Kula set, things are going to be a little bit different, right? They got a little bit different buffs that are going to be applied to you, and that is, increase own attack by 175% of defense, and she is a defensive character, so this is a little bit different buff compared to just solid increased attack, and critical rate by 12% when a defense fighter lands a skill. So that 12% critical rate is pretty nice. You're getting a little bit extra critical rate with this set versus the other set, but you do have the critical damage goes up by 20%. So this is the same on both of the card sets, and then you have the increased attack by 30% when landing a skill on chill target up to 120%. So you're doing 20% less attack from this card set versus the new set. However, you have this buff here, right? So they are a little bit similar, but they're also a bit different as far as, the actual buffs that you're going to be getting for them. And now I opted to use the Shermie option card because increasing her attack speed is really good, especially for a character with concentration on her third skill. And I'm using this card here also because her concentrate skill is a blast skill. It is a blast skill, so that thing's going to benefit her tremendously, guys. So let me pull up the run for you guys, and you can take a look at this and see what you guys think about it. So on the left side, you guys can see that we have the Kula set cards, and then on the right side, we have the new set. And I thought it'd be nice just to put the little cards up there so that way it'd be a little bit easier to be able to see what's going on. Now I'm gonna try to play these teams exactly the same, guys. I'm gonna be using Leona as my shield breaker. Leona does give increased target damage received, but that's not really the point of the video. We're really just testing the cards and trying to play both teams exactly the same, so that way we can see what kind of difference there really is as far as the damage. Is there much difference between them, or is there a huge difference between them? We'll see. And of course, I'm using Cosme in her leadership, and using Kusanagi as a striker. And by the way, guys, the runs that you're watching right now, I can definitely improve, and I can definitely do more damage. I don't even have a striker on Leona. I can definitely optimize things and optimize my timing a whole lot better to where I can do more damage. But that's not, again, the point of this video. The point of the video is to see what card set is actually doing the most damage. Now you guys can see right now they are fairly neck and neck. You're not seeing a huge difference. Like, for example, on the right side, you're seeing a little bit more damage with the new set, right? You're seeing a little bit more damage with the new set, and you always have to understand, guys, there's always going to be variables in these runs, right? As far as how many critical hits you're actually doing. Obviously, the more critical hits you're doing, the more damage you're going to do. If we do a 3PG and there's a lot of that meter still left on Rugal when he's stunned, we're going to do more damage from doing the 3PG. There's a lot of little variables in these runs. I tried to play it as best as I could as far as trying to keep it as similar as possible, use the exact same rotations, which is why I'm using Leona in this run. Leona is just such a good shield breaker. You can time things so much better and be way more consistent with your damage, and that's why I'm using her. She's not the best option for damage. She is not, guys. There's other characters that are definitely, Shizuru is definitely a better option, but Shizuru has Starlight. She doesn't have bleed. Leona just breaks that meter perfectly every time for me, and I thought it would be better for this comparison to do it that way, right? That way we'd have a more consistent damage as far as what the actual difference is between these two sets. And as you guys can see right here, you can take a look at it. So now you're seeing that the Kula option card is actually pulling ahead, whereas before the new set was actually seemed to be doing a little bit more damage, but now it looks like the Kula set is actually doing more damage, which just goes to show you guys that there is a lot of RNG as far as how much damage you're actually going to do in your runs, right? So I'm going to stop it at the 1 minute mark. We're going to take a look at the damage and see just how much of a difference there really is. And as you guys can already tell, there isn't a huge difference, right? we have 1.7 billion on, we have 1.7 trillion on one side, and we have 1.5 trillion on the other side, right? It's not a huge difference, which just goes to show you guys that whichever set you have and you're trying to build Kula, or you have future plans of building Kula, both of these sets are insane, right? If you don't have the Kula set, the new set is still going to be godly for this character because she does have chill. She does benefit from it. You don't have to do no quirkiness with certain strikers applying chill to get those buffs, right? Plus the new set just works on any female fighter. As long as you're applying chill, you'll always get all of the buffs from it. But I did think it was interesting that both these runs ended up being pretty much about the same. Again, I tried timing things exactly the same on both of them, guys, but there's always, you know, some amount of RNG in your runs. And I think that, you know, I could have done this run maybe a couple more times. Maybe they would have been even closer in damage. Maybe there have been runs where maybe the new set might have done more damage, because early on, that's exactly what we saw, that the new set was doing a little bit more damage, but it wasn't substantial. It wasn't ridiculous. They're pretty close, in all honesty, guys, as far as how much damage both of these actually do. I was really impressed with the new set. It actually does really well on a character like Kula because, you know, she does have blast skills, guys, and this does increase blast skills by 18%. It is a really good set for a character like this, and in my humble opinion, it's really an overall better set than the Kula set. Not specifically for Kula, but it's really a better set because it's going to work on all female fighters. You know, the Kula set only works on defensive fighters, and that's kind of a thing that hinders that set, whereas this set will actually work on any female fighter in the game, and you'll get all the buffs if they're an EX fighter and you're applying chill either from themselves or from a striker. So let me know what y'all think about this comparison. And since today is the last day for the Ruby login event, I'm going to log into my free-to-play account. We're going to go ahead and do some free pulls, so I'll be right back. All right, so we're on my free-to-play account, and as you guys can see, today is the last day for the Ruby login bonus, so do make sure that you do use your rubies before these things run out. Even if you're not even worried about getting these characters, go ahead and do these pulls. They are free to see what you might be able to get. We got 4,890. Let's find out, guys. Now, honestly, I would love to get Kazumi just because she would be such an insane support to have on this account. But if I don't get her, it's really not a big deal, in all honesty, guys. There's really nothing in the game that requires me to need to be able to do a whole lot more damage. In all honesty, the characters that I have from the previous collaborations are doing more than enough damage for me in all the game modes in the game, so it's not a problem. Well, actually, it is a problem for Kofa's. In all honesty, it is a problem, but I digress, guys. I definitely can make a separate video about that, but I've actually made quite a few videos about that, and hopefully one of these days Netmarble will listen to the feedback as far as the players are concerned, as far as what they need to do this game to actually improve it, to actually make it more appeasing to a multitude of players. Because right now, I feel like they're kind of failing, guys. I really do. I'll probably talk about it again, and I do think that that Aegis challenge isn't helping it. Isn't helping the cause whatsoever, as well as the race. The rates are always abysmal. But I really think that Aegis challenge has kind of hurt things in the game. Let's see here. All right, we'll do another one. And it looks like we're not going to get nothing, guys, but no big deal. You know, it's not a huge loss. It's all good. I was hoping, whoa, okay. I did get one of them. Be Kazumi, right? If it's Jeanette, it's all good. She's still a good support character, but I mean, Kazumi's just so good that it'd be really nice to have her. And this will actually help in the Aegis challenge, you know, coincidentally. Jeanette, I knew it. I mean, you know, massive waifu, right? It's all good. We have 390 rubies, so you know what? I think I'm just going to go into this card banner, do one quick little pull. We'll use a couple of our own little rubies to see what we get, and then we'll just stop at that. Be awesome if I got Jeanette's 3 PG, but the chances of that are pretty much slim to none. I doubt I'm going to get anything. What would suck is if I got Cosme's 3 PG. That would suck. And we didn't get anything. So that's all she wrote, guys, for the pulls on the free-to-play account. Luckily, I did get Jeanette, and honestly, she might help in that Aegis challenge. Even at level 90, we'll have to wait and see. But guys, let me know how y'all doing in the game. Let me know what you think about the comparison between the card sets that we did earlier. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody. Take care.